Hey, Fadi, how you doing?
Hey, good, how you doing?
Long time, dude. I got the Samsung Galaxy Note.
Yeah?
Do you know what's this S Pen, S Memo? You want to explain to me?
Okay, cool. As you know, this is Samsung's latest device called the Galaxy Note,
Yeah.
being a hybrid tablet and smartphone.
Is it?
But this device comes with this uniquely designed stylus pen called an S Pen, which actually just fits it down in the back.
Uh-huh.
Now, let me explain to you how this actually works. Is
Yeah.
when I have a seat, man.
Sure, man. Go.
The S Pen uses electromagnetic induction technology and has pressure sensitivity equal to that of a normal pen. There's another layer in the Galaxy Note called the digitizer which interacts with the S Pen to sense the pen's pen tip location and amount of pressure. So what actually happens is an electromagnetic field is created and it blocks out the noise magnetism through the shield plate. Finally, what makes the S Pen so unique is the double ACOM layer, which is used to track the S Pen movement, and this where the S Pen gets much of its precision. Well, the S Pen provides many features for an analog type handwriting experience, so I actually don't have to carry my notepad or exam pad with me anywhere or wherever I go. Alright, I just carry the Galaxy Note. Now, what makes it also so unique, like I said, is the pressure sensitivity. So what that actually means, the more pressure I put on it, the darker my lines would get. So that you see, it's a little pressure, that's a lot of pressure. The darker my lines get. Another feature that comes with this alongside is called palm rejection. So unlike any other devices or something, I hold down my palm and I can normally write. What actually happens is, as soon as I put down my palm, any touch buttons and sensitivities are all switched off, which means I can only use the S Pen to write. Okay, now further than that, there are many shortcuts and toggle features that can be toggled using a stylus pen called an S Pen. For example, for starters, the S Memo. Okay, doesn't matter which screen I'm in, what I can do, I just hold down this button on the stylus pen, double tap on any screen, doesn't matter, and from there, that's what happens. I'll tell you a little bit more about that a little later. And another feature, actually one of the main features on the stylus pen's button, is if I hold down this button, hold down the pen, what it does is it takes a snapshot of whatever is on display, and it saves that as an image file. From there I can actually edit it, make notes on it and stuff if I want. I can actually crop out a certain piece of information by just pressing that button over there. And now, for example, there's another few shortcuts you can use by using this button. For example, if I wanted to go back from this page, I had to hold down this button, swipe to my left, it exits the page anyway. For example, if I wanted to toggle now that menu button over there, without pressing any of that button, what I'll do is hold down this button, swipe up, it brings up my menu options anyway. Like, for example, all these gestures requires the S Pen button to be pressed down and held. Now, with this S Memo application, the S Pen stylus pen is actually used much more. There's many sources and things you can like for capturing your ideas fast now. Anyways, what I do, go down to my pictures, I can select a picture. Okay, doesn't matter, I can actually capture a picture at the same time, or I can actually capture one that I want to edit right now. Okay, for example, select that picture, it's where I'm going to be working. From there you go, I can edit the picture like that, and I can actually do a voice recording. So if I were to attend a seminar or something, I record while I edit my pictures and take down my ideas and thoughts and things like that. And you can actually record while it's in the background. From there, like editing this picture, like I said, you can adjust the size. For example, I hold on this S Pen, what happens is it brings up my rotational features and I can change the size, how big I want it, and change the rotation of it as well by just touching over there. Now I'm going to type a message quickly, so I go to text, select text, so for example I say there, I say work just by swiping, it types out for me anyway. So I need to press the back button again, and there you go, type a message for me. Now I can actually share this, it doesn't mean that it stays on my Galaxy Note forever. I can actually share this via Facebook or Twitter or email and stuff like that, without having to log out, go back into Facebook and yeah. Now if I were to go to a certain picture I was busy editing or drawing, I can actually do something called pinch zoom. Right, so I go to one picture that I've previously drawn, go to that one there, hold down my two fingers, it opens up in editing mode. Now I can actually use two fingers to zoom in, pinch zoom in and zoom out. Now I can actually add more detail and stuff to my picture if I want. Now I can actually group this into something called a palm, so I don't have to leave it scattered around. Let's say for example I had multiple images. Okay, for example I go to this one, open that up in editing mode, I say add, make another note on it, I say save. It immediately asks me to edit it in a file, so I say, for example, WHH, I say okay, it goes and saves it in a file, so it doesn't leave my S memos and stuff scattered around. Now I can actually add a tag to a memo, so for example I go to that one, swipe down, I press my menu button at the bottom and I say add tag, then I'll actually swipe whoop, there you go. And if you notice there at the bottom, it actually puts in my tag for me. So I'll do the pen feature, put that into my work. Now I can actually organize, add a title to my memo, so I go to that, I say add the title, I say that, there you go, I'll be adding a title to my memo. So with the same S memo feature and the stylus pen called an S pen, I can actually transform my handwriting to text. I click at this, right, Samsung. Okay, what it will actually do is, I press my menu button at the bottom over there, I say transfer handwriting to text, and what it actually does is, it transfers my handwriting into text. Okay, so from there I can actually freely, with the same thing, I can actually freely crop. So let's say for example, go to my gallery. For example, let's say I take this. Now what I do, I hold on this pen, okay, hold on the button, what happens is it takes a snapshot and it saves that as an image file. From there, I can actually crop out. Let's say for example, I just wanted to crop out this section of things, so I go there, I crop out using the stylus pen. There we go, crops it out, I say done, okay, and then I say share via. Then actually share it with my S memo. Okay, opens it up with my S memo. There you go, I can still size it if I want. Let's say I put it somewhere in the corner. I can actually add a message to it. So let's say I say my dream. Cool. And in this way I can actually crop and capture any of my ideas initially same time. Now, how this is actually helpful in reality, for example, if I wanted to give somebody directions, what I would generally do is I go to my map. Okay, for example, if you go to Google Maps, hold on this button. Right? For example, I need somebody in Johannesburg, hold on this button, hold on the pin. What it does is it takes a snapshot and it saves that as an image file, like I said in the beginning. And from there, I can circle that. Right, and I say meet me. There you go. And then I can share this via, for example, if I send anything via email, I can say share via and it shares it via email. There you go. Simple as that. And from there, there's another feature like I said in the beginning about the SMM online. Now, how this is helpful. For example, if I was on a call or I was doing shopping or something, I wanted to take down a quick note, I do a double tap, it brings up my S-Memo Lite anyway. From there I can say, wow, I want apples, and how much I can take them out. Yep.
So thanks for explaining to me how the S-Pen S-Memo works. I knew getting the Galaxy Note was a smart idea. Thanks.